Doc Rich back at it again, and today we got a special one, man. We got an M interview. I feel like we don't get these too often. So when they do come along, it's a special time. I want to give a huge shout out to Mike Tyson. Huge shout out to Mike Tyson. Go and show some love to the original video. The link, as always, will be in the description box below. Huge shout out to Mike Tyson for getting M to come on the show. And shout out to M for actually coming on the show. You know, obviously interviews aren't things that he has to do. You know what I mean? As we know, M is a private person. And he has every right to be. But it's always good to hear from the bro M, man. But let's jump right on into it.
Dean Geislinger walks up to me. He's like, "Yo, man, you got one of those CDs?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I kind of just tossed it to him, right? And didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know that Dean worked with Jimmy Iovine. So he gave it to Jimmy. Jimmy gave it to Dre. And I get the call, and I'm like, "Oh, shit. You know, this is about to happen." Wow.
If you want to DM me anything else, the links to my social media accounts in the description box. By the way, I might go live later today. If not today, tomorrow. I'll try to post it on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram to let y'all know when I'll go live. I'm going live for sure either today or tomorrow. One of the two, for sure. So be on the lookout for that.
What's up, everybody?
Come through and have a little fun with your boy.
Motherfucking road hotboxing. I'm Evan Britton.
And I'm Mike Tyson.
And we got motherfucking Eminem in the house.
And Shady in the house.
Hold on, let me make sure I'm recording real quick. My bad, fam. My bad. I know. Let me double check. Yeah. We rocking. I would have been highly disappointed. You know what I'm saying? If I would have got halfway through this or all the way through and realized I wasn't even recording. You know, that just would have been a whole vid that was just down in the trash.
You got Marshall right now.
Oh, no,
Shady's
Marshall.
like, this on?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah.
Okay. Yo, I'm so excited, man. I if I start getting weird, just stop me.
It's all good, man.
Weird is good on this show.
Okay.
Yeah, we get a little weird.
Okay. Yeah, no, I know we met at Kimmel, and I didn't get a chance to we didn't get a chance to talk, you know? I'm such a fucking huge fan.
Thank
I
you.
can't even
Thank you.
I feel like a kid right now, man. Like, this is crazy.
Who's not a fan of
I
Mike?
listened to your first album. This was a long time ago. It really didn't go nowhere, but I listened to it, and I heard you talk about cuss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the first album, I believe it was.
Yeah, man. I've seen, pretty much every documentary, every fight I've seen. Like, everything that's
my bad.
available.
Let me turn it up.
You know what I'm
Let me turn it
saying?
up.
Like,
Volume's
I'm
low
humbled
as
right
hell.
now. I feel like,
Shit, I'm geeked for this whole thing. I ain't even had the volume right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just as geeked as him. My bad, fam. I'm over here
like a
low.
kid again.
Why did you become who you were?
Why did I become who I was?
Yeah. Why would you want to do this? You know?
I just loved hip hop growing up as a kid. I just, you know, it was it spoke to me more than any other music I had ever heard before, you know, from early Ice-T to Fat Boys, and then LL Cool J, Run DMC, Beastie Boys, and it just I don't know. It was I didn't first I was a fan of the music, you know what I'm saying, before I even thought about rapping. LL Cool J was the one who made me first start writing rhymes. And I was 12, 13 maybe. And it sucked. You know, I wasn't good, but I had to keep practicing. I gave it up for a little while, then I started again back when I was 15 and started being able to kind of put songs together. And then I just was I'm starting to, I was never really good at much else, you know?
So
I don't know. Once I found out I was decent at something, I just kind of focused and just, you know, went for it.
That's interesting, because I remember I was in a juvenile detention center, and we heard we heard rappers we said, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
How could it be? Because we heard it in the streets in our neighborhood, but we never thought it'd be on the radio.
Yeah.
And it was on the radio, and we were like, "What the hell was that?" And we were just all blown away to see that our music was being played on the radio.
Yeah.
You know.
How about the fact that Rapper's Delight was like a seven some odd minute song?
Yeah.
And the radio played it. They played it from top to bottom. Like,
it was so popular. It was all off the hook.
7 minutes.
And then Nucleus jam on it.
Jam on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Dum dum dum. Yeah.
That was like, yeah, I never really like got into rock and roll or R&B or blues or anything like that. I just like I'd listen to songs on the radio or whatever my mom was listening to in the car, but once hip hop came along, I just felt like, man, this is like, I don't know, I just was all in.
Yeah, hip hop was I just can't even imagine it gave you pride.
Yeah.
You know, like us being like the prototype of hip hop. At the beginning of it, it gave us pride to know that our music, people talk the way we talk, was being on television, being on the radio and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gave us a lot of pride back then.
Yeah. And it's also like, it's just such a, if you think about like how hip hop from the start of it.
Well, I was there.
Yeah, and then it just like
police out in the front of every hip hop club. You got the whole New York police station out in front of the club.
Yeah.
It was just, and if you went to a hip hop club and you were marked, people say, oh, yes, even in your neighborhood, hardcore bebop hip hop, and it's, what the fuck you fucking with those niggas for, Mike? That's what they used to say, what you fucking with them for? Even people in the neighborhood, what you fucking with them niggas for? But those was our people.
Damn,
all the criminals, the thieves, we all listened to hip hop. The money makers and everything, the killers, the robbers, all the fucking street urchins. We all listen to that. That's what we listen to. And as soon as we listen to, we enjoy it. But we surveying everything. We're looking at the people with the jewelry, the coats, the clothes, and looking right. And then we're getting ready to get them after the club is over.
Yeah.
And that's just what hip-hop was about. All the robbers and thieves were coming there to enjoy the music, but after it was over, we going to rob.
Damn!
Yeah. That's what hip-hop was about.
Damn! He said we was going to go to the club, all the robbers and killers. We would all have a good time in the club, but right after, somebody getting robbed. Damn! Count me out. Count me out, son. I am not going. If that means I can't listen to rap no more, I'm sorry, but I'm not doing it. I'm not. You mean to tell me it's guaranteed that somebody getting robbed or shot when we leave this month? Nope. Not going. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going. Shit, Mike Tyson a tougher motherfucker than me. You know.
Yeah. Once Breakin' came out, the movie Breakin', and then Crush Groove and Beat Street, man, it was like.
Yeah.
It just put the whole culture of hip hop on the map in a place where you could see with the music. You know what I'm saying? You had the visual and you had you graffiti.
You must say this is my way out when you saw that. When you getting good, you must say this is my way out.
When I started being able to put songs together and I started like figuring out like, well, I might be almost as good as that rapper, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep going. And then I start, I learned so much. Like I studied.
How old were you when that started?
Hip hop, the first time I heard anything, my Uncle Ronnie brought over a tape of the Breakin' soundtrack. And it had Reckless on it from Ice-T. Once upon a time, a DJ's task was just to play records. What more could you ask?
I know Colors.
Yeah. Colors was hard. My Uncle Ronnie started liking rap before I did, and then he kind of introduced me to it. And right around that time, I think, the movie had just come out, and I saw the movie, and I was like, yo, I love it. And it just, I don't know, it just spoke to me in a way that no other music had spoke to me before.
And history was made.
How old were you when you first started putting it out there? Like started rapping or doing rap battles?
Well, I had a weird trajectory. Like I was afraid, like I was afraid early on, like 15, 16 years old, I was afraid that to go into any clubs or anything like that to say my raps because I felt like I wasn't good enough yet. So I had to get to a certain spot. And then I was trying to I was just making songs. And one day I got a call from my boy Proof, and he was like, yo, you need to come up to the hip hop shop. And I was like, what is the hip hop shop? And he's like, yo, just come to the hip hop shop, write something, come up here. And Proof, remember Proof, Nani? He ran shit in Detroit. We me and him came up together, and we came up rapping together. But he would kind of go do his own thing, and then I'd be working at factories and stuff like that. And Proof was out there on the grind, and he started making connections. And then he met Jay Dilla, Slum Village, and a lot of the early Detroit hip hop that was exploding onto the scene. Proof was such a part of that. And I got a chance to, when I went to the hip hop shop, I was like, what the fuck? He was like, yo, I'll clear everybody out. I'll have 10 people, right? And you rap in front of them. And if they don't like you, they're gonna tell you they don't like you. if they do like you and they fuck with you, then
What he said right there is big. Sometimes it's not all about your education level, how much education you have. That's important. But sometimes it's about who you know. Sometimes it's about who you know. So that's why it's always important to be kind to individuals, because you never know at what situation or circumstance that relationship might pay off. You know what I mean? Not to say that you're taking advantage of people, but you're just making sure that, as you cross these bridges in life, that you're not burning them behind you, because you might have to recross that bridge at one point in time, and you never know when you might need to cross that bridge. And like he said, man, because of his relationship with Proof, that was kind of the beginnings of it. Could he have still been Eminem? We don't know. Because it didn't happen. We could speculate that, yeah, in all likelihood, because of how great he is, more than likely he probably eventually would have taken a different path, and but eventually he might have, but we don't know. You know what I mean? So as you navigate through life, man, make sure you're not burning bridges behind you. That's just something I wanted to touch on, and make sure that you're making friends and family along the way. That's important.
So I went there, I said the rap, I got some people jumping around and shit, and I was like, okay, this might be it for me. And then that's when we start having battles at the hip hop shop. And we was having a battle every couple months or something. Yeah, every 2 or 3 months. But every Saturday, I would make sure that I didn't have to work till 4 o'clock, because I was going to the hip hop shop every Saturday. So every Saturday for me was, and this is early 20s, was St. Andrews Hall on Friday night. Saturday, hip hop shop. Tuesday, Ebony Showcase. And then
anybody that knows Showcase, he said, fuck, I gotta battle him tonight. He's here.
Yeah, well, that's what happened. I started battling, and then in the hip hop shop, the first battle that we had there, I won it. But what we was doing, Proof was taking names and he was putting them in a hat. If you want to sign up to battle, you just put your name in the hat. He picks a name, picks another name. So it'd be Bizarre versus B Flat, and then they'd go at it, and it was and then me versus whoever. I remember one time I battled Conniver, who was in my group D12, but we weren't a group yet. I battled, Vaughn, and
I want to hear that.
Started I met a few people that got me out of just Detroit, and I went to 97 Scribble Jam, and I went all the way to the end, and then I lost to this guy named Juice, who to this day is still a really good fucking rapper. And I think that he's so good that it's okay that I lost to him. You know what I'm saying? But
is he still in Detroit rapping?
No, this was Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Scribble Jam was in Cincinnati. That was 97. And then from there I met Wendy Day, and she put me on her battle team. She had this battle team that it was an event in LA called the Rap Olympics. And She put me on that team. I went out to LA and then got in that battle at the Rap Olympics. Went all the way to the end and lost again. The last dude.
Damn.
And I was like super discouraged. I just got evicted.
Who did he lose to that time? Let me know in the comment section.
From my house. Had to break in in Cincinnati. That was 97. And then from there I met Wendy Day, and she put me on her battle team. She had this battle team that was an event in LA called the Rap Olympics. And she put me on that team. I went out to LA and then got in that battle at the Rap Olympics. Went all the way to the end and lost again. The last dude. And I was like super discouraged. I just got evicted from my house. Had to break in through the back of the house. The dude that we was paying rent to, he wasn't paying the rent with it. So one day this is literally the day before I go to the Rap Olympics and thank God for Wendy Day, man, because she paid for my plane ticket. But that day, we're like, what the I come home from work, me and my boy, and we're like, what the fuck? All our shit is on the lawn.
Oh, I know that very well.
So, yeah, so...
lawn, the eviction, man, and they decorated your fucking lawn with your furniture.
Yeah, and people was rummaging through it and shit. You gotta
wait outside for nobody to take your shit.
Yeah, yep. So that happened, and then I had to break into the back because I had nowhere to stay. So I had to break into the house through the back window, which was my old window. Broke in, slept on the floor, got up the next day, went to the Rap Olympics, and by the first prize was $500. And I needed that $500, man, and I lost. And I was like, I was fucking devastated. And then this kid, Dean Geislinger, walks up to me and he's like, yo, man, you got one of those CDs? And I was like, yeah. And I kind of just tossed it to him, right? And didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know that Dean worked with Jimmy Iovine. So he gave it to Jimmy. Jimmy gave it to Dre. And I'm back in Detroit now, fucked, right? I have nothing, like nowhere to go. And I get the call and I'm like, oh shit, you know, this is about to happen.
Wow.
Wow. So because of his relationship with Proof, once again, that created a snowball effect, you know? He got him into his first battle rap. That got him some notoriety. That garnered the attention of, I forgot the lady's name. She took him out to Cali to another battle rap. That battle, because of all of that, that got him the attention of Dre, basically, and the rest was history, you know? Like, just that one relationship, that one relationship with Proof created this entire thing, or helped to create this entire thing. I don't want to say created, because obviously without the talent of without M spitting bars, it wouldn't have even mattered. But y'all get what I'm getting at. That relationship created that huge snowball effect, man. So major salute to Proof.
It was fast.
Didn't seem fast, did it, to you, huh?
Nah, I did not.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, but I just gotta say, like, I bro, you are like a god to me. Like, bro, you've done so much in your life, man. It's like just so crazy to be the heavyweight champion at 20 years old.
Well, you're not chopped liver yourself.
I'm just saying. Well, I'm saying though, but I'm just saying, man. Like I don't know. It takes a lot to be the champ. Like, it takes a lot, and you know, I remember seeing the first couple fights when I was younger, when you were first like starting to really pop. I had heard about, yo, you seen this guy Mike Tyson? Man, he's knocking motherfuckers out in 10 seconds. Like, and the first fight I saw was, which one was the first fight I saw? I think it was with Trevor Burbank.
86, something like that.
And man, you knocked him down 3 times with one punch. Like, I was like, what the fuck? And ever since then, it was like, when you fight, somebody's getting knocked out. It's just a matter of what round. You know what I'm saying? And like,
it comes from humble beginnings. You know, I had to, in order to be the champ, I had to get beaten a couple of times.
Yeah.
I had to learn.
Yeah. Yeah, boxing is hard, man. It's hard. Like I've been boxing for like 13 years, just sparring, just messing around. I mess around with Emmanuel Stewart,
Oh,
and
he was the best.
yeah,
He was the best.
yeah, man.
He had all the champions back then.
Yeah, so if anybody thinking about throwing them blows with M, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from Mike. M trains with the best for 13 years. So if Nick Pusley want the smoke, Emma give him the smoke. Emma really get, if MGK want the smoke, because you know he mentioned him recently. Not too big of a diss, but I do believe it was a diss on MGK's recent. We did a reaction video to it. If MGK want the smoke, M got them hands. M got them hands. Don't sleep on them.
Frank Jim was just so fucking. Man, everybody was coming down here to see the fighters and stuff.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Lewis had all the celebrities coming down. He was the man back then.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was such a nice dude, and he would come over. He'd come over to my house, and we spar like twice a week. He'd bring his boxers from the Crunk gym.
Ooh. I know Ricky Womack, yeah, they were really great fighters.
This was.
I remember the amateurs when we were fighting for the Olympics. Those guys were really great fighters.
Yeah, man. And Emmanuel was like, this was like 12, 13 years ago, right? So he would come over, he would show me the basics, and it took a lot for me to look. It took a long fucking time for me to just learn the basics, right? So then he started like after a couple months of us doing it, and they were just like, up and coming kids and stuff like that would, and just you want to spar with them, and they're like, okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So I got a funny little story. So he's bringing his boxers, and we're probably like 6 months in, and he's bringing his boxers like every week, right? And I'm getting my ass whipped, but I'm staying with him, right? I'm getting some good hits in. I feel a little bit good about myself. So one day, he comes over, and he brings his boxer from Crunk, and I'm in the house, and I remember, like, I was on the phone or something. So when I came out, the dude that he brought had his headgear on, right? And and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he's ready. So I put my strap on, my headgear, and we're going at it, and he kicked the shit out of me. Fucked me up. So after we're done, we go like 3 rounds, right? I don't think I got one hit in. After 3 rounds, he takes off his fucking headgear. And I said, man, how old are you? He said, 14. I was like, man, I fucking quit. I'm done. Yeah, man.
It's funny when you say that, because some fighters just, they mature real early. They may, at 14, 15, they may be the best they ever been, and they're not good anymore.
Yeah.
That's just how it is in life with people. They mature, they peak at a certain age. I peaked at like in my 20s and stuff. Some people peak in their 30s. Some people peak in their teens. It's just weird.
I feel like if you hit me, I would probably die. Like right now. Like I still feel like you could get in there and just fuck people up.
Wow, listen, you feel that way, and I don't even have that in me anymore. I don't even have the mentality to feel like I have to fucking kill everybody's family and stuff. I just don't have that.
Yeah, but I mean, I still feel like you still look like you could punch a fucking brick wall and put a hole in that bitch.
Yeah.
I saw recently, Nani was showing me a video you did where you was just fucking around and you was trying to show these dudes how to.
I think it was a body punch or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how you jump to the side real quick, jump to the other side. Like, man, he could get in there right now and fuck up anybody.
Well, because with a lot of people say, Mike, let's fight. He just believes that, you can fight at any age fighting. Fighting, yes, you can do forever if you have the desire to do it. Fighting's all about spirit. If you want to do it, you can do it at any age.
Yeah. But it's like,
We're going to end it there. Man, M got his ass beat by a 14-year-old. But let me tell y'all something. If you've never tried boxing training, I did it a few years back. I was fortunate enough to know an individual. Relationships, like I talked about earlier, I knew an individual through somebody else that happened to be a boxing trainer, and he gave me lessons for free. And let me tell you something. It doesn't look like some intense cardio, but throwing them punches back to back, them combos, boy, will you be out of breath. You'll be in that bitch. Like, you wouldn't think just throwing punches is tiring, because, you know what I'm saying? But it is tiring as hell, just back to back. He had me in that bitch just throwing combos. Bro, that shit was, it was tiring as hell, man. But definitely a lot of fun. I never did any sparring or anything like that. Wasn't really interested in that because I ain't trying to have nobody hit me in the face because you know what I'm saying. Like, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. You know, I'm good on that. You know, but yeah, man. If y'all ever have the opportunity to try out some boxing training, highly recommend it, man. It's some real good cardio and it's fun. I can't speak to the sparring part, but just the boxing training itself, you know, learning the combos, learning how to properly punch, putting your whole body into the punch and not just throwing with just your arm. A lot of people just punch with their arm and they don't realize it's a full body movement. You know what I mean? It's useful. You know what I'm saying? If you ever have to defend yourself, you can knock a motherfucker out, like Mike Tyson. But also it's great cardio. Speaking of Mike Tyson, man, if y'all ain't never seen some Mike Tyson highlights, matter of fact, if y'all want me to do a reaction video to some Mike Tyson highlights, let me know in the comment section. We could check out some, because let me tell you something. I seen a few of those joints. When Mike Tyson was in his prime, I was like crawling around in diapers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I ain't, in part of the time I wasn't even on this earth yet. So I didn't get to experience it live in the flesh, but thankfully we got places like YouTube, you know, where we can watch those kinds of things. But let me know what you guys thought about this joint in the comment section below. If you enjoyed it, leave a like before you go. Smack the subscribe button that's right over there, as you guys already know. And of course, family, check out the video that's right over there too. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Doc Rich, I'm out.